from Jones. You really want that to happen, do you? You want the destruction of the modern world as we know it? That's what you want? Thank you for the 200 ARS. You want the world to cease to exist because of my rage? Pathetic behavior from you. Thank you for the 200. What are the odds O'Malley beats Marab in a rematch? Good odds. Honestly, depends on training camps and, you know, who's healthy going in, if someone's got an injury. A lot of that comes into it. Thank you for the 2. Kenny Okoye glazing Ankalaev is genuinely worse. It don't matter. He glazes him to like fucking 10 viewers. Thank you for the $5, dude. I know you said no actions for glute spread, please. No, I'm not doing glute spread, man. Thank you very much. Good lord, you weirdo. You jolly well fucking retard. Where have you been, Piggy? Yesterday I woke up at like midnight, so I just thought it's too late to do anything. I didn't have the vibe for it, you know what I'm saying? But I got a video done, so that's all that matters. A good video as well, in my opinion. Aspinall said in his reaction video to Alex versus Ank, great fight. If you disagree, then you don't know MMA. Ugh, he's dead to me. Hope Jones fucking batters him. Do you ever experience imposter syndrome? And if so, what does it feel like? Not really, no. To be honest with you, I try not to overthink things like that. No, I don't experience imposter syndrome at all. Thank you for the £5. I mean, I get it, but I mean, sometimes it feels weird that like the GOAT DJ is just like wants me on his show and stuff. Yeah, but I mean, it's been such a slow process that it's a little less shocking to me. You know what I mean? Like everything's been very gradual. It's not been suddenly all at once out of nowhere type of thing. You know what I mean? Does your dad say anything about the fat comments? Yeah, he does. My dad makes comments as well, but he knows I'm not. Like, he knows I'm a fucking unit in real life. You know what I mean? He knows I'm an absolute fucking Chad, so he knows the deal. But yeah, he does mention the comments you guys say in chat and stuff and repeat them to me when I meet him in person, and it is what it is. He's just like another chat member at the end of the day, to be honest with you. Calls me John Pork sometimes, you know. Stop being sad and go on a cream pie crusade this summer. I shall. Serbia needs my diversity. Thank you for the €5. Do an impression of McGregor slapping lads in the mosh pit at a Limp Biscuit in Dublin. That's it, lads. Who wants to get fucking smoked, yeah? Jump in that mosh pit then. Fucking push me then, yeah? Thank you for the €5. Push me, mate. Would you go on the Jackson pod if they asked? Yeah, I'm going to go to America this summer, so yeah. Thank you for the 2. I feel Yuri goes full Homelander if he loses to Pereira again and switches on the world, the human population. Good lord, what a terrifying thought. Thank you for the $1 Australian McGill chair as well. Thank you. ESPN guy thinks Conor will come back and win a belt. Yeah, we got to just fucking have him shut the fuck up. Most people at ESPN don't know what they're talking about. I was watching something so funny on basketball the other day, though, about Jokic being the MVP. They're coping so hard. So ESPN. I don't even think it was on ESPN. It was there was like 5 NBA players, like former NBA players and analysts in like chairs, and they were like, it was like a funeral. It was fucking mad. I'm honestly less worried about a KO of Tom and more worried about a BS decision for Jon if they go all 5 rounds somehow. Yeah. I could see them giving Jon rounds that he gets fucking dropped in and shit like that, you know what I mean? He wasn't really dropped. Some shit like that, you know? Is your dad a Brexit geezer? Yeah, he was a Brexit geezer. Not as much anymore. I think he realizes the mistake, but yeah, he was a Brexit geezer, yeah. When are you going to bounce off Schmidt? When are you going to bounce Schmitty's head off the canvas? I don't know. When I'm in America, I guess, on a drive-by. We all know, I can't say what race, what hospital, and what media it went to. It was a Jewish doctor. All right, Kanye. Thank you for the 5 Canadian. Impression of Bobby Green making a BJ Penn type video in 10 years when his severe CTE finally kicks in, claiming that Chandler cloned him. When his severe CTE finally kicks in, claiming that Chandler cloned him. Damn, holy shit. I just woke up in Chandler's fucking front room and he was feeding me from a box. Let's go for that. Thank you for the 2. When's your next fight, Tub? I don't have fights. I'm not a fighter, good sir. Therefore, I do not have fights. Do you understand? Ever look into the Ari Emanuel family rabbit hole? Yes, I've seen the ownership of it. Middle East connection with US politics. I know, dude, but it's all the same every single time. Why are you acting surprised? You should know this by now. Thank you for the $5, dude. There's a reason why they didn't show Bilal's flag. And a reason why Dana had to come out with an official apology about what Bryce said, even though he never did when Jones whooped a fucking woman. Thank you for the 5. What's the early itinerary for coming to the US? I don't know. A tan and a fucking goofy Spanish accent. Thank you for the 2. W. John Pork Sr. Indeed. Thank you for the 2 Canadian dollars. Have you noticed every new MMA channels tried to copy you exactly? Yeah, a little bit, but it's cute. Thank you for the $5. It's not cute, but I don't know. It's cool. You know what I mean? I think it's like a... Here's the thing, chat. I don't think people copy me. I just think I have the takes to have. You know what I mean? Not intros and everything, but isn't it just the right way to go about doing it? So I could act like they're copying me, or I could just be like, well, these guys have noticed the way to do it as well. You know what I mean? Bedtime does copy a lot of the jokes, but he has his own. You know what I mean? It's just, these are the jokes of the MMA community now. We are the culture. So they can copy us, but I'm not going to be all defensive about, you can't say the people forget man jokes, and you can't say the this about so-and-so. You know what I mean? It's just how it is now. You know, it's like the surface. It's like the mainstream culture of MMA now is memes that we come up with. You know what I mean? In a weird way. So I'm not going to blame anyone. It's just what it is now. W. John Pox Sr. Impression of Connor on a swing, asking to be pushed higher so he can touch the moon. Look at the moon! Push me higher into that, yeah? Higher and higher, D! D, you fucking bitch! We need to go higher up by the end of the day, Louis. Thank you for the $5 Australian. D's just relentlessly pushing him. False flag, anti-J event in Australia. It's on the BBC, really, is it? Thank you for the $2 Australian. Interesting. False flag? What do you mean by that? Like it's a set-up, fake, staged anti-event? You're not a fighter, but can you go 10 rounds on a heavy bag? I can go 10 rounds on a heavy bag, yeah. Thoughts on Fiziev dropping down to featherweight? I think he makes it to the top, to at least top 5. I think he can beat a lot. Like, I would worry for Arnold Allen in a Rafael Fiziev matchup over 3 rounds. I'd massively worry. The way Fiziev hits at 155 makes me think that if they were a little smaller and less durable, that maybe he could fucking deal with them at 145, you know? The way he hits at 155, that is, against these huge 155ers and lightweights. Thank you for the $7 Canadian, dude. Let's go for that. Let's go. Let's go for that. Impression of DDP calling Hamzat a sand goblin. What the fuck? Nobody said anything about nobody said anything about deserts, bro. Chill out. He's not even a sand goblin, though, is he? He's Russian. Impression of Bilal getting arrested at the airport. So what? You know, you just fucking, here's what it is, you know? So what? My fucking bag's ticking. So what? Where do you find these things? Yeah, Google is silencing. Just got to do your own. You just got to know exactly what to search for. You can't search up fucking what proves that Jews ran. You know what I mean? You just got to fucking know exactly what to search for, brother. Thank you for the 2. Thoughts on the Guru Salute becoming popular again? It's not a Guru Salute, dude. Shut the fuck up. Impression of Bilal saying he's got hands like Canelo. Yeah, I got hands like Canelo, you know. JDM enters. Dude, I can't wait for JDM to beat his fucking ass. God, it's going to be fucking glorious, I tell you. Glorious! Sorry. I can't wait, dude. JDM better pull through for the boys. I swear to God, I'd be so upset otherwise. Here's a crisp 5, Piggy, for Mayron live odds. No problem. A lot of people messaged me saying they made money on those live odds. I told you. Yuri or Alex versus Ankalaev next. An impression of Joe Rogan convincing Tom Aspinall Jones isn't sourced. Yuri or Alex versus Ankalaev next. Alex in a rematch. Yuri can fight the winner of Blachowicz versus Allberg, and then the winner of that can take on Thingy. If it's Blachowicz, you do that fight somewhere in Europe. Likely Warsaw. Do a fight in Warsaw, Poland. Thank you for the $5. I'd go. Impression of Joe Rogan convincing Tom Aspinall Jones isn't sourced. People forget, man. Jones isn't on the juice. He's just built different, man. But Aldo is. And so's Paulo Costa, even though they've never tested positive. Chances on Charles Oliveira becoming champ. I don't see it happening. I mean, I still think he would have like a 30% chance of beating Makhachev in a rematch. I just don't think he would win the rematch. They've got caught like 3 times in Oz recently. Who's got caught? What am I missing out on about this Australia thing? I'll have to look into it. Thoughts on Eubank Sr. not being at a press conference? Cool. Why would Eubank Sr. be there? It's his son's fight. Give him the spotlight. I rate that from Eubank Sr., to be honest with you. Got all the Eubank and Ben fight is like dads clinging on to like let the sons have their moment. I know they're promoting it as well, and the promotion is about them as well. But once you've like showed up for a little bit, let the sons have their spotlight. You know what I mean? So I rate that from Eubank Sr. Thank you for the $10. They copy how you interact with chat. They copy the impressions that you do without coming up with their own. They copy your takes even when they're wrong. All right. I mean, I don't know, dude. Let people try and make their hustle. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for the $10. People copy me. I don't care, man. I'm not here to guard some way of joking around or guard some way of humor in the MMA community. Most of these guys are just you guys. If you guys were making jokes, you would make a lot of jokes from chat. You know what I mean? That's true, isn't it? Your humor's probably been formed about MMA over the years from being in my chat room for so long. So I think a lot of these guys were just in my chat room for a while and then decided they should make their own channel, which is cool. I know they copy and stuff. I get it. I get sent stuff like, dude, this guy literally says exactly what you said, but it is what it is, man. They're trying. They're doing their thing. Impression of Ariel and Hap arguing in the New York tunnels where Ariel wants to store stolen gold and Hap wants to store stolen radios. Man, what you doing, man? We trying to store galaxy gas here, man. Thank you for the $5. But how am I gonna find room for my mattress? Thank you for the $5. Yes, set up van with. All right, calm down. Van with explosive used for speech laws. Set up. Oh, like a fake thing that's like the coming threat is here. We need to press down on speech even more. Is that what they're doing? I mean, that's how it goes, isn't it, man? Thank you for the $2 Australian. Australia ain't safe, man. Australia is one of the weakest in terms of the first world countries in terms of the laws and stuff like that. Is there a fighter who's really good at getting out of those gay fence stalling control of time moments? That shit's cancer for the sport. There are fighters that are good at that, yeah. Most fighters are pretty good at it, but some fighters are just susceptible to it, you know what I mean? And Ankalaev, I guess, figured out that Pereira was susceptible to being held against a cage. I was saying this earlier in stream when there was less people, but Jan must be fucking pissed, knowing that if he just failed the takedowns instead of getting them, then he would have been given the win. You know what I mean? Absolutely despicable, honestly. It really, really is. It really is. If you draw Ankalaev in Israel, it's a war crime. Okay. In the UK, I think it is as well, mate. Like Haney's dad. Exactly like Haney's dad. Who's like not even relevant himself at all, but still has to be there to ride off the coattails. It's crazy. You just reminded me that I've made good money picking Mayer and Santos. Here's your share, bud. Thank you. And also, impression of Connor tweaking out in Central Park. Mate! We don't know fucking nothing about Central Park to make a joke about this, yeah? Is that Spider-Man swinging through or something? Is that him? We thought that was him, yeah? What else about Central Park? Mate, it's the cast of Friends! I don't know. Thank you for the 10. I don't even know anything about Central Park, to be honest with you. Who's that? It's an elf making snowballs, yeah? Just movie scenes. It's Will fucking Ferrell, me. Impression of Eubank Sr. asking Till about his ACL tear. Quite. Would you be a lamb and tell me what's wrong with your leg? Mate, I'm fucking fucked. I saw it was to do with Eubank Sr. wanted money. Oh, all right. Well, never mind. Never mind then. MMA Joey even gained 45 pounds to be more like you. I'm losing it, dude. I'm staying on my gym. I'm on my gym hustle and grind. Good, sir. Thank you for the 20 Mexican dollars. Impression of Coke Connor asking to fight Anthony Smith. Nonce. Oh, okay, I'm reading Rigo stuff. Impression of Coke Connor asking to fight Anthony Smith. Mate, give me Anthony, yeah? The mad fucking chicken heart. For and feel of a good. Impression of Ankalaev seeing a J in Dagestani airport. Brother, nobody get on the plane, brother. Nobody get on the plane. We must stop. This one's heading for a trade center. Thank you for the 2. Credit to Bedtime. Some of his impressions are great. Dude, Bedtime's funny. I know it's just the MMA culture to do people forget, man. And, you know, that's just what it is. Like, a lot of people say copying, but it is just the MMA culture. Nowadays, it's the base layer. Like, certain jokes are just the common jokes. Like, anyone ever see a highlight video of an old win that someone had that you forgot about? Like, Dan Hooker beats Gilbert Burns, and the caption will be, people forget, man. It's just kind of made its way into, like, mainstream MMA culture, so. And Bedtime MMA's funny, and he has good impressions, so I'm not going to shit on him. We got to stop shitting on everyone, guys. Let him do his thing as well. Impression of Dominic Cruz doing Hannibal Lecter. God, your ACL's looking fucking succulent. I'm gonna put it in my own leg and live with you inside me and then move around normally again. What's your favorite strike? The tomahawk elbow, Haggerty style. That's a sick fucking strike in my opinion. Wicked. Wicked, wicked. Jungle is massive. Thank you for the 2. Who wins, Paddy or Chandler? Paddy the fucking baddie lad. Paddy the baddie lad. He's gonna fucking smoke him, lad. I think he TKOs him on the feet, you know. Chins him. And then finishes him TKO. First round. Do you think Gene Silver is retarded? Can Bryce the Fisherman submit him? I think he's not retarded. I don't think everyone's retarded. I think some people just like to be a bit goofy. And Gene Silver likes to be a little goofy, if you know what I'm saying. So what did he, man? See, man, that's it, what did he? You know what I'm saying? Thank you for the 2. Get out of there. Gene Silver barking at the dogs at TSA when Ali Abdelaziz walks through airport security. To distract them from Ali Abdelaziz's ticking fucking pouch bag? What do you mean by that? Yeah, I know BJ Penn went full CTE. It's sad. I may do a video on it. We'll see. After John beats Tom, he's going to whoop Ankalaev and ride off into the sunset as the true GOAT of MMA. Yeah, I could see that. He's not going to do that. And don't ever put that in the world ever again or I'll fucking hurt you. Please don't ever say anything like that again, please. Thank you. Impression of BJ thinking Jackie Chan is his real mother? No. I don't know, man. I think Jackie Chan's my mom. What the fuck happened to BJ Penn, man? It's so sad. Honestly, innit? Very sad. Red Pill Paddy. Lad, women need to stop talking, lad. Women need to stop voting, lad. What race do you hate the most? Ooh, white people have been pissing me off recently. Honestly, white people are taking the fucking cake right now. I hate them more than any other race, which is saying something. I mean, you gotta be, how bad you gotta be? You know what I mean? But I saw them all partying with Bonnie Blue on Twitter. All these white guys partying around her and like getting spat in their mouth by her. We're just a degenerate culture that deserves to go extinct, in my honest opinion. Absolutely fucking disgusting little absolute fucking F words. It's all good though, man. Thank you for the 2. What's your favorite sub? Almeida Ragdoll's gone. Okay. Thank you for the 2. Sure, maybe. Maybe she does. Maybe she absolutely does. Thank you for the 2. I don't know. Almeida probably loses to Garn. Anyone else feel like Garn could probably stuff the takedowns of Almeida? I think Almeida's got really good takedowns. But I feel like Garn could sprawl it well early on, to be honest with you. And then chew up his leg on the outside a little bit. I think you've got to have the size to get down Garn as well. You know what I mean? You're just as bad as the white guilt lives. No, dude. We have to hold our own accountable. There's nothing wrong with saying that all these white guys partying with Bonnie Blue and getting pictures with her like she ain't a fucking degenerate cancer to society is wrong. This is a problem with you fucking repubtards. Stop saying bad things about white people. No, say the right bad things about white people, dude. Some fucking pussies on the world stage. Every time I see a fucking social media clip of white people, they're fucking sad. It pisses me off. My favorite sub. Ooh. Now let me think. Misha Serkinov hitting a Peruvian necktie on Jimmy Crute. That was a good submission. Thoughts on Mayron thinking Marshall got robbed? I think he shouldn't have said that. He got gaslighted by the commentary like Blachowicz after the ankalaev fight. I don't think he should have said that, man. He clearly outstruck him in the second and third round. And he busted Marshall's nose in the second. Busted his nose open. Nick Fuentes has been on fire lately. Good streams. All right. I don't really watch him, but thank you for the $2. Good for him. Impression of MMA Guru in the Jackson podcast getting out Rampage on the earth not being flat. Calling out Rampage on the earth not being flat. It's not flat, Rampage. What are you talking about? Hip, 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 hip. Man, what you mean, man? Gee, man. Man, you won't like to be alive, man? I know your mama's ass ain't flat. Hip, 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 hip. Thank you for the $5. Some shit like that is probably how Rampage would respond. Who's the fuck is Bonnie Blue? The woman that got fucked by 1,000 men in a day. Who wins, Canelo or Crawford? Canelo. I think he wins. Body shot as well. I think Crawford will probably be outboxing him and then get suddenly finished in like the middle rounds. Thank you for the £2. Impression of Conor trying to help Tito cut the onion. Mate, what you want to do is keep your fingers at the end of it, Louis. What you doing, man? You're fucking chopping your damn fingers off, Tito, yeah? Well, just to correct you, you gotta make them red onions. This is how red onions are made. Thank you for the 2. How can they become red onions without blood? People forget, man. BJ Penn has a black belt in CTE. He does have an actual black belt in CTE. Oh, man. Poor BJ Penn, dude. That was such a sad video to see. That was like the Nam Pham video where you're just like, God, it's over for him. You know? And some of the stuff that he was saying online before that were actually like, okay, this guy's kind of based. He sees what's going on. And he's just like, ugh, he's gone way too far with it. And now he's thinking that his mum's a fucking clone. Such a fucking problem. Except it's just his own brain betraying him. It's sad what CTE does. I know, dude. Yeah, it's terrible. But the thing is, yeah, I don't even think it's his fighting career that gave him that level of CTE. I bet you he gets into fights on the street a lot and he still spars hard in the gym like a tough guy. So you just got to know when to hang it up. You know, I remember that, you know, the video of him getting slept in the street by that fat white guy at a bar. It's just like, dude, how many times has that happened that we don't know about? Even if he's won the fight, how many times has he got cracked at a bar getting into a fight with someone? You know? Imagine Jon Jones beats Aspinall, comes out in the post-fight speech with Rogan. UFC stock goes through the roof somehow, and he retires with media GOAT status. Ugh. No. Thank you for the 25,000, dude. Stock goes through the roof. No. Please, no. Impression of Rogan reacting to new amnesia medication. People forget, man. Or they do something. I can't quite remember, man. Nick Diaz launched BJ Penn to CTE mode. Dude, he did fuck up BJ Penn in that fight. I don't know if anyone remembers Nick Diaz versus BJ Penn, but he really did fuck him up badly. Really badly. Thank you for the $10. Appreciate that, man. You're absolutely right about holding our own accountable. Where fellow whites do shit like that and wonder why we've been losing for the last 20 years. I know, dude. It's just like this culture of drink every weekend, drink footy and cocaine. And prozzies. And it's just like, you're all fucking losers. You know what I mean? Make something of yourself. You're white. You have no excuse not to be successful. And yet still these guys are just fucking being retarded on the week. There's no hope. Thank you for the 5. Hopefully someday they'll wake up. Favorite MMA channels on YouTube besides Lucas Tracy, of course. Favorite MMA channels on YouTube besides Lucas Tracy. ITP MMA, yes or no, chat? ITP MMA Live. ITP MMA has made a massive comeback. And not just saying that because of the BJ Penn thing, but every video he makes is a banger. I think, on ITP MMA Live. You know? So I think he made a hell of a comeback because he got banned. He used to make the compilations of all the fighters. So I think he's really good. MMA Che makes decent videos, but I don't watch him. No, he's a normie. Yeah, but you can be a normie and still be good at things. You don't have to be based. What else? I don't know. Doom MMA, Dougie's Corner. Some of the people I raid sometimes, I guess. I don't really watch their content, but I see them. Who else is there? I don't really know who else there is. So I don't know. Paddy and Tom fighting over Susan Boyle. Mate, she's mine. I want to make a fucking human pig hybrid of a child. Lad, it's fucking my turn to fuck the pig, lad. I don't know, some poor Susan Boyle, but something like that. Remember when Stipe punched DC 12 times in the liver? I do remember that, yes. Stipe Vodka Miocic, dude. Shut that shit down ASAP. I tell you. Thank you for the 2. We should bring back the Pelori. I don't know what that is. Thank you, though, for the $2, brother. Appreciate the $2. Is Vittori actually fighting this week? Yeah, I messaged him for an interview, but he didn't answer, so I'm upset about that, but it's all good. Thank you for the $2. You still think Hooker would have beaten Gaethje? Yeah. Thank you for the 2. Yeah, I think Hooker would have beaten Gaethje. Yeah. Full camp. Yeah, I would have picked... I can't pick Gaethje to win fights. I just can't. I don't know why. I'm going to start enjoying Gaethje more in terms of his fights, but I just... One day it's going to go on a slide. And every time he wins, it just increases the chance that the next one is going to be the end. Thank you for the $2. That's how I feel about Gaethje. If Jones beats Aspinall, will you go to San Francisco for a gay pride rally? What, with a fucking LMG? No, I'm joking. No. Thank you for the... I don't know. Thank you for the 5. No, I won't do that. And I don't think Jones is going to beat Aspinall either, so that ain't going to happen. Thank you for the $5, dude. Do you think Arman missed weight against Islam? No. I don't think he did. Thank you for the £2. I think... Well, I do think he did, yeah. And then maybe he blamed it on the back. Or the back was making him miss weight, you know? What's the worst info you have on a UFC fighter? I've kind of given it all out, to be honest with you. Thank you for the $2. I don't really have anything extra. Normally when the beef comes up, then the information gets sent to me, you know what I mean? Impression of BJ Penn thinking Emmett is his clone. Oh no. He's like me but white and goblinish. Who is this guy, man? Thank you for the 2. If you guys don't know what's going on, there's a lot going on in this world, man. Paul Craig got slept by some guy in a bar as well. Did he really? UFC fighters, man. Absolute fucking frauds, yeah. Thank you for the 2. What was he trying to pull guard? Thank you for the $5. Impression of Chandler's cousins being excited for the family reunion at their favorite restaurant until they hear Hapanesa coming and they cancel. All right. Oh boy, I can't wait to go to this restaurant. I'm sure it's going to be great fun. Who's coming? I'm not going anymore. What do you want from that? Jesus. They're going to take the cutlery. Some lazy fucking jokes. Come on. I don't want him to make the napkins into a fucking bandana. I don't know. Some shit like this. Thank you for the 2. Duval asking Lopez to play tummy sticks. I don't know what tummy sticks is at all. I have no idea what that is. Can't wait for Rogan to diagnose Jones with a broken hand mid-fight as soon as Aspinall starts winning. I can't fucking wait for it either, man. Impression of Ariel dancing as the towers crumble. I don't know how the fucking music goes. Thank you for the $5 Canadian. God, I'm getting sturdy with it. How do you think John Haggerty would do in the UFC? Honestly, quite well. He's grappled before. He's done MMA before. He started in MMA. His dad was an MMA fighter. So, I think he could take to it quite quickly. So, I think he would do very well. He's at the top of I think he could take to it quite quickly. So, I think he would do very well. He's at the top of kickboxing and Muay Thai, so he's not going to come over the money's too good. There is hope it's called this. Never waver, we'll see. Joe Rogan saying, get out of there about Westminster. Yes. Get out of there. You do not want to be there. Humming and praying. Thank you for the 31 months of membership. Your Paddy impressions is slowly him going insane, like quite bonkers. He's slurring loud and incoherent. Yeah. Lad, hey. Voices need to stop screaming in me head, lad. I'm fucking losing it, lad. Me fucking man's fucking fraud, lad. Fuck. Thank you for the $3 Australian. Did you see McGregor was at a Limp Bizkit show? Well, he said, is anyone going to the Limp Bizkit and wants to get chinned in a mosh pit or something like that? It was all right. Another gem of a tweet from McGreg's. Thoughts on Power Slap? Retarded. Wouldn't watch it ever, but hey. If I was homeless or like had nothing going on in life and they offered me 10k to get slapped a few times and enter a tournament for it, I would do that, would you? When I was young, when I was like 19 and I didn't start my channel yet, if I got offered 10k to enter a slap competition, I would absolutely jump at the opportunity and say yes. So, it is what it is. Seeing Pookie Volk sitting next to Nina at the UFC hurt my soul. Don't corrupt my king. True. Thank you for the 5. It was disgusting behavior. Even the Romans thought the Brits were degenerates, and now they are us. Thank you for the 3 Australian dollars. How'd that work out? Thank you for the 3. Yeah, we were retarded, dude. The Romans were literally scared of us for a long time because they thought the island was cursed because we painted ourselves blue and used to paint these runes on the trees and shit. So they thought it was a cursed land. Lol. Thank you for the 2. That's why we're called Britons. Britain means painted man. History of the UK. Don't forget it, please. Please don't. McGregor with an Irish Make-A-Wish. Fellas. Hey, fellas. Looks like everyone's having a chemo time. I don't know. Thank you for the £2. I don't know what you would say. Impression of Tom setting up a play date with BJ and his son? No, because that's pedophilia. You guys just don't. Every stream. Chat, yes or no, is every stream now? Is it not? It's every stream there's some shit like this now. It's fucking annoying me, to be honest with you. What would fuck you up more? Tom getting finished by Jon or Tom clearly winning round 1 and 2, but Jon barely edging him out in round 3 to 5 and his fans acting like he dominated? Oh, God. Yeah. Clearly winning and dominating and shit. That would piss me off, dude. You gotta beat the champ to beat the champ. Some split decision shit. I'm fucking so pissed. Paddy impression post-win in a Chandler fight. Bloody. I told him, lad, he's got to stop adopting, lad. You're not going to start a fucking song and dance fucking troupe, lad. The Chandler 5. I'll give it a 5. I don't know. Impression of Bryce arguing with his coaches in between rounds. His corner is made up of farm animals. All right, Gertrude, I need some advice. You fucking whore. I'm sick of you bringing that shit up, especially at a time like this. Thank you for the 5 Australian dollars. I need some help. Who else has got some advice for me? All right, Guru, I appreciate that. Thank you for the 5. Impression of Chuck Liddell on the snow, claiming Alex got robbed.
I mean, yeah, you know, God. Oh, God, you just can't hold someone up against a cage, you know?
Thank you for the 2, some shit like that. Wife in pain, PD butt plug again, Jones in 5. All right, the fuck? Hey, Guru, top 5 Zen fighters, Maya, Huffy, Machida. Zen? Ooh, what about the legend Trevor Peak? There's no one more Zen than him. That's fighting without emotions right there, I tell you. Thank you for the $5. People forget, man. Umar had the same exact scorecards against Merab that Pereira had against Magomedov. Fights were both equally as close. They did, yeah. Very similar fight. Thank you for the 5. Except Merab actually got the takedowns. Lol, 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 lol. Thank you for the 2. You think Tom uses his 1-2 too much? Yeah, but every time he uses it, they die. So I don't know. You could say that Tom uses his 1-2 a little bit too much. But, I mean, how many times has he used it where it's failed? This is the thing about Tom Aspinall criticism. You're literally criticizing, like, the most... It's actually so weird to criticize Tom. I know you can do it. Trust me, you can criticize him. He bolts him with his chin up in the air sometimes. But it's funny to be, like, comparing how you would criticize Tom compared to how you would criticize someone else. Now, don't you think he's knocked out everyone with a 75% ratio of using a 1-2 a bit too much? You know what I mean? I feel like he got punched that one time against Arlovsky. Like 3 different occasions he got punched, I feel like, in that fight. It's weird how you have to compare Tom criticism to anyone else, you know. But yeah, you can criticize him for sure.